Hamadaki api tabuka tache hemi chante washte nape chuza dayan wachi yangapi. Mini wakan imatana. Hello, I am Casey Street. I shake all your hands with a good heart. It's nice to see you all. I am from Spirit Lake Nation. The book I picked today is Bears Braided, and the author is Joelle Bearstail. And the reason I picked this book is because she's my auntie, and this book is loosely based on my cousin Thomas Bearstail. So I'd just like to read this book to you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy. Time to get up for school, Bear. Your mom and dad left for work already, Grandma yelled. Bear groaned. Okay, Grandma, I'm so tired though. Bear and Grandma addressed each other and woke her every morning bright and early. Well, Grandma began. You shouldn't have been up so late playing your games, Bear. Now hurry. Bear hurriedly got dressed and sighed. I know. Bear sat down in the same chair he always did. Grandma took her place behind him to begin braiding his hair. Grandma smiled and said, "Oh, your hair is getting longer and stronger, my boy, just like you. Just think, Bear, last year you were a big boy in the little school. Now you're a little boy in the big school." Bear laughed nervously. Haha, yeah. 6th grade is busy. Lockers, changing classes. Plus there's way more kids than last year. It sounds like you have a lot of new friends to make. There you go now. Don't miss the bus. Grandma finished Bear's braid and shoved him out the door. Bear ran to the bus and found his usual seat next to his best friend Ben. Hey Ben, I got the new NBA 2K game. Have you played it yet? Yeah, at my cousin's house. It was cool. I was dunking all day. Suddenly they heard a nasally voice behind them say, "Oh, look at me, I'm Miss America." Navin and Kay made mocking hand gestures as they pointed at Bear and Ben's braids. Yeah, Sir King, your hair is longer than my sister's. Bear and Ben looked at each other unhappily. Ben rolled his eyes and sighed. Leave us alone, we're just sitting here not bothering anyone. The bus driver looked at the boys through the rearview mirror, and Navin and King sat back in their seats. When the bus finally dropped the boys off at school, Bear was still bothered by the teasing. Bear nudged his friend and said, "Don't worry about what they say, Bear. Look, we both have warrior hair." The boys giggled proudly. When school let up, the boys went home. Grandma greeted Bear with a hug and a smile. "How was school today?" she asked. Bear slouched a little. "It was okay," he muttered with an edge in his voice. Ben and I got teased about our hair. They said we looked like girls." Grandma sighed. "Well, that wasn't very nice, was it?" "No," said Bear. "I was mad, but Ben said we had warrior hair." "That's right," said Grandma. The family sat down together for dinner. Dad was excited and asked, "Ready for hunting season, Bear?" "Oh yeah," said Bear. "And Ben is ready too. He got a new rifle and finished the safety course." "Yup," Dad nodded encouragingly. "You know, being out there is nothing like your video games. You have to be always aware of your surroundings." The next morning, when Grandma was braiding Bear's hair, she said, "You know, Bear, Ben is right about you guys having warrior hair. We grow our hair because our ancestors, your great-great-great-grandparents, had long hair. We honor them by keeping these ways. It is our strength and our connection to this earth, just like your name, Bear. You have a strong name. You're resourceful and smart like a bear. My name, Juneberry Woman, was given by my grandpa for a reason. Even Ben's name, Eagle. There are reasons for our names, our hair, and the way we live. As long as you are learning and understanding this, then everything will be okay. Don't let it get to you, boys, Bear. Maybe they're just curious. Now make sure you smudge before you go, and let's ask for good thoughts and feelings today." On the bus, Ben and Bear heard Navin teasing yet again. "Oh, look, it's the long-haired wig boys," jeered Navin. "If I was you, I would cut my hair," smirked Kane. "Well, why do you have short hair?" Ben shot back. Navin shrugged and said, "My dad said only girls have long hair." He reached up and yanked Bear's braid. Ben jumped up and pried Navin's hand away, but the two boys were still laughing at Ben and Bear, slunk into their seats, tears hot on Bear's face. "Now watch these little tattletales," Navin said, Kane. "I'll probably run them right home to Mommy." The boys kept their heads down as they got off the bus and walked into the school. "Maybe we should tell Mrs. Smith," said Ben. "She'll understand, but she won't make it a big deal." Bear shot back. "But it is a big deal. I just don't want Navin and Kane to think I'm a baby. It will be meaner if they get in trouble for this." I know this is a big deal, Bear, said Ben. These boys don't have any right to touch our hair to be teasing us like this. We need to tell the teacher and they will make them quit. I'll think about it, said Bear. I don't want to make this worse. When school let out, Ben and Bear got back on the bus. They were relieved to see seats in the back far away from Nathan and Damon. How was school today, said Grandma. Bear held back tears and looked at his plate while saying, I want to cut my hair. Everyone stopped reading and looked at Bear. What do you mean? Bear asked Dad. You love your hair. I do, said Bear. But I keep getting teased about it. It's not worth it. What happened? Asked Mom. Bear asked. Two boys on the bus are always teasing me and Ben about our hair, and they even pulled my braid. Let's go into the living room, said Grandma. Bear got up and followed her. Grandma began her story. You know, Bear, I was almost your age when I was sent away to boarding school, hundreds of miles away from my home. The first thing they did to me when I arrived was cut my braids off. They did this to everyone there. They wanted us to have short hair like them. They wanted us to talk like them. We couldn't speak our language, and if we did, we were punished. This wasn't a good time for me. A lot of bad things happened there. I lived without my mom and dad, your great-grandparents, for years. And I wanted to go to that school, but we had no choice. We had no choice. They tried to take all of our teachings away. I didn't know that all that happened, said Bear. That is like a nightmare. Yes, but I made it and I'm still here, said Grandma. But it breaks my heart that you are being treated this way, and it hurts to know that you want to cut your hair. I don't really want to, said Bear. I just feel like if my hair was short, this trouble would go away. Grandma said, I tell you the story because that braid you have is strong. You are strong. You have it in you to get through this. That braid is your power. Don't let anyone take your power. Now I don't know why these boys keep doing this, but one of the things is for sure, you guys don't deserve this, and it's never right for anyone to be mean to you like that. Sometimes people make fun of or have a bad attitude toward things they don't understand. You in bed just need to think of what makes you most happy, hunting with your dad, praying, me, your mom, and aunties picking berries, enjoying corn, singing and dancing at powwows. This is what makes us who we are. I know your mom and dad are going to want to talk, going to the school in the morning and talk to the principal. Let's smudge before you go to bed. The next day, the school principal met with Nathan and Kane and their parents, as well as Bear and Ben and their parents. He discussed the rules and consequences of bullying with Nathan and Kane. We don't take these situations lightly, said the principal. As Bear, Ben, and their parents talked with their school principal the next day, Bear thought about his grandma's words. Sometimes people make fun of what they don't understand. I have an idea, said Bear. Maybe Nathan and Kane tease us because they don't understand our culture. What if we did a project so everyone could share their family's cultures? It was a great idea. Bear and Ben's teacher shared the assignment with the class. Everyone would bring in pictures and items that explained the heritage and culture of their families. The teacher passed out display boards to the students, and she explained that everyone's families would be invited to come and watch the presentations next week. The next day, Bear's grandma was braiding his hair. Guess what, Grandma? Asked Bear. Let's see, said Grandma. You and Ben went on a UFO ride again. No, we went to the zoo and rode a buffalo. Actually, our meeting with the principal went well. Yesterday, I remember what she said, so Ben and I came up with an idea. Well, really, what's your idea, Grandma asked. Everyone in our class is going to bring a family project board where they can share things about their own families. Our teacher said it was a good way for all of us to get to know each other and understand where we come from. Bear, that is a great idea, said Grandma. Mom and Dad are going to help me this weekend, exclaimed Bear. I could sure use your help too, Grandma. Grandma nodded in agreement. Yeah. It was finally the day for presentations. The other students in the class shared their boards about their family cultures. Nathan was Scottish, so he and his grandpa rode their clan kilts. Kane found out he had Scandinavian roots, and others shared their traditions and stories from places like Africa and China. Brennan presented his board with his grandpa and explained that he is Hidatsa, part of the MHA Nation. His Hidatsa name is Mashu, which means eagle. Ben presented in his ribbon shirt and brought in his hand drum, and his grandpa helped him make. He sang a song while his grandpa stood and watched proudly. Bear was eager for his presentation as well. He wore his grass dance regalia and explained how most of the pieces were made from animals. His head robe was from a porcupine, His armbands were made from deer hooves. His feather plumes were made from an eagle. His moccasins were made from moose hide. Bear's dad and cousins gathered around the big drum to sing while Bear danced for his class. It was apparent that the whole class put the time and effort into their project by how creatively they were displayed. Everyone learned a lot from each other. On the bus ride home, Navin and Kane didn't say a word to Bear or Ben. They both sat together in their seat, happily discussing their kilt and shield that was used in their presentations. Bear and Ben sat satisfied in their seats. They marveled at their idea how great everyone's presentations were. Back at home, Bear told his grandma about his day. "I'm happy everything went well with the presentations," Bear said, "Grandma. I hope everyone has a better understanding of each other now, and that there is respect for each other. There is one thing that no one can take away from us, Bear, our culture." And that is the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed it.